Streamers Disgust Me by Tectone.
Hey, what's up, guys? I know it's supposed to be my day off. I try to take a day off once every 6 days or so. And
Me too.
The sound quality's probably pretty shit. There's the lawnmower guy in the background. That literally just started, by the way. I could end the recording and just say, I'll wait till he's done, but I already know these videos that I make don't really matter anyways. I don't really think anybody cares. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about some thoughts that I've been having. And I would like to preface this saying, like, I'm in a very good mental space right now. I'm very good mentally. I'm honestly pretty happy, but I'm just kind of disgusted with the bigger I get, the more successful I get, and I want to make it very clear. I'm not successful like the normal successful. I'm not successful because I worked with the machine. I'm successful because I worked in spite of the machine. I did everything wrong as a content creator, and I still am here today.
Fucking mood, dude. So true.
Breaking 1 million subscribers, averaging sometimes well over 10 to 12,000 viewers on multiple different streams.
I'm not gonna lie, I did everything my advisors told me not to do. I did that too.
Sites, and I'm not saying this because I'm narcissistic, even though I am. I'm saying this because I was in my bed just thinking. I had mango.
Dude, I don't even... Kirkus says you're a rebel? Dude, it doesn't even feel like being a rebel. Like, how do I explain it? It's like I see a rock, and then I say that's a rock, and then everyone gets mad at me for calling it a rock. I feel like that's what's been happening. That's what it feels like, at least to me.
Snoring on me. And I was just thinking about how difficult these past 6.5 years were. And I get these messages of, man, I can't believe you're willing to say this on stream. I can't believe you're willing to say the quiet part out loud. I can't believe you're willing to stick up for this person. I can't believe you stick to your values. I can't believe, you're fighting against, the streamer clicks, this, that, and the other. And God, I sound like I'm really sucking my own dick right now. As a streamer, and what I mean by...
Dude, you can see, like, in his eyes, like, the world weariness, like, the fucking tiredness. You can see it. His soul is tired.
I succeeded the wrong way is because this is how you succeed. And I don't mean in the short term. Anything can succeed in the short term, but in the long term, I've had 6.5 years of always being successful. And for other streamers, this is how it goes. If you're an attractive woman, congratulations, you've succeeded. You have a career. You will.
Dude, how many people were mad at him for this? I remember there being like a time where this is true. There was a bunch of like VTuber podcasts. I remember back in the day, and I remember watching one, and like they were having like this talk show session, and they were basically saying that that sexy stuff on stream is not a buff. And I was like, how do you say that like with a straight face? I just don't understand. Like, how do you actually believe that sex doesn't sell? It's so weird. I don't understand. Yeah, and there were like basically like 3 VTubers. I don't know who they are, and like even if I remembered their names, I wouldn't tell you what their names were, obviously. But they were talking about how, yeah, so, doing like sexual stuff and being like a sexual, like sex. What's the word? Having like a sexualizing your model and stuff like that as a VTuber doesn't make you sick. It's not a buff, basically, is like their point. And I was like, that's ridiculous. I was like, that's so ridiculous. Like, I don't know if that's like copium or what. It's just weird. It's weird to even like bring that up and say that that's true when it's so clearly not. And it's like, I feel like nowadays this happens so much where people will say stuff that's like so, and then like I'll feel like I'm observing a different reality. Like I'm not even on the same plane of existence. Like I don't see the like the same. We're not viewing the same world.
You can probably make tens of thousands of dollars if you are a conventionally attractive woman on the internet, no matter how stupid you are. I know that sounds misogynistic.
I mean, everybody knows this is true, though. Oh, you know what? Actually, this does bring up a good point. Okay, so I was thinking about some stuff today, and I realized something that people get really mad at. Here's a concept that I find people have trouble understanding. So when you say that something is something, when you say like this is how things are, period, as in like an observation of reality, that this is how things are right now, or this is how things always have been, or whatever. Like you're making a statement about an objective thing that exists, right? That is not the same thing as it being something that you believe it should be. If I were to say something like this, women, they're not as free in Palestine as they are in the West, would be like an observation of reality. But that doesn't mean I agree with it. Do you see what I mean? It's a statement of what is, not a statement of like what it should be. And I feel like this happens a lot, where like I'll say something that like this is what reality is, and then people will get mad at me for making that observation, despite it having nothing to do with what I think it should be.
But I'm sorry, it's true. If you have pretty
so like for instance here, right?
Are a conventionally attractive woman on the internet, no matter how stupid you are. I know that sounds misogynistic.
So that like if you were to say like that's the case, because in a lot of cases it is, right? I mean, you know, you could make an argument that it's not 100%, like maybe it's like a little bit less than 100%, but you can't deny the reality that there is like an inherent advantage there. But it has nothing to do with whether or not I think that's a good thing for it to be an advantage.
But I'm sorry, it's true. If you have pretty privilege, it's great. Women have it very easy on the internet. Yes, you have to deal with haters who don't want to, you know, listen to your opinion because you're a woman. However, you will just have people listen to everything you say and not give a fuck about your opinion because they're currently jerking off to you, paying you tens of thousands of dollars, which is great. Now, it's not
Don't fucking do that, chat. Don't do that.
Every woman, but you also have it easier due to the fact that you can just go on any other streamer stream. I mean, look at like someone like Mizkif, you know what I mean? Or like, yeah, is there anybody else like Mizkif who does this? You know, you have somebody, they're an OnlyFans girl, you bring them on stream, they have 200 viewers when you first put them on your stream, and then bada bing, bada boom, now they have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, just because they're hot and they got into a streamer stream. You know, maybe that goes on with other streamers in the LA stream. I'm going to be real, I try very hard not to watch other people's streams. I fucking hate 99.99% of other streams. I hate 99.99% of other streamers, as content creators as well as people. Yeah, I don't really like too many people. No, I used to. I really did used to. But I'll get more into that later. So,
chat, we're only 4 minutes in. I feel like I'm gonna really like this video. I feel like this is gonna be very cathartic to watch.
The other way to be successful as a streamer is you do a lot of dick sucking. A lot of dick sucking. You see this a lot in the VTuber sphere. You see this a lot in the LA scene. Everybody's got to be friends with everybody. Everything somebody else does. Oh my God, this is so cool.
I'm honestly guilty of the other side of this. I'm guilty of like anytime somebody talks to me, I'm just like, what the fuck do you want? What do you want from me? like I get scared, you know, like it freaks me out because I don't know, I'm not very social. So it's like when yeah. But you know, like I have to like, I understand that's a flaw. Like I don't think that's a good thing. It's not a good thing to be like that. I think it's a very bad trait. But I do get that way sometimes where I'm just like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want from me?
Oh my God, my Oshi. Oh my God. Everything is so great. Oh my God, there's no drama ever. Oh my God, I love everybody. I love everybody. Please do things with me. And I think that leads a lot of VTubers to be doing a lot of collabs with a lot of people they don't fuck with, and I think that leads to a lot.
That's why I don't collab with people, by the way, if you're wondering. Why I collab so little, it's because of this reason.
A lot of mask-off moments like we saw with Cinder.
It's not only like this, I mean, I am kind of not super social in the first place, but a lot of it is because of this.
Because everybody's got to be a dick sucker, and where Cinder's mask fell off, there's 100 more streamers just like them waiting to take their place. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You gotta understand, there's just no way that anybody is actually gonna wake up with that golden retriever energy saying, I love this, I love that, I love this, I love that. And then streamers in the VTubing space get so much hate the moment they start talking about some real shit because there's so much fantasy, pretend, fucking Mickey Mouse, everybody's happy, everybody loves each other. It's fucking sickening. It's fucking sickening. I don't know how people buy into that shit, but to be honest,
oh man,
I'm still shocked that people are actively choosing to watch VTubers that don't have a big old pair of jugs, because that's the only reason why I watch them to begin with anyways.
I have so many stories, you guys. Like, man, one day I will tell you them.
It's great. Although I say that and then it's like, try to name 5 successful male VTubers. Go ahead. You have 30 seconds. Name 5 successful male VTubers.
Oh shit. What do you mean by successful, right? Like, what's that metric? Yeah, it's kind of hard. I don't know what he means by that.
Kind of hard to do, huh? Let me see. Shoto, Aethelstan. I fucking give up. Yeah, that's all I know. Wait.
I know a lot of male VTubers. I know a lot, but yeah.
Rev is like, that's a dude who is a VTuber of a little girl, so that doesn't count. But he's a dude. Nuxtaku, he's a VTuber. Fuck, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, but he didn't really succeed in the normal VTubing way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, same thing with like Hey and Rev, right? Like, they're VTubers, but like, they're not doing like the typical VTubing thing, you know? It's a little different.
Well, then again, I suppose neither did Aethelstan. Nux is, I guess, dude, you know what's crazy? I'm so fucked up in the head. I've known Nux for so long. I legit just thought he was this blue Jew. You know, the blue Jew from fucking Gintama. Nah, there's
Wait, what? What? Blue Jew Gintama. Wait, there's nothing about Gintama and Jews?
See a human behind that. Holy now I get the mental illness because I knew his ass back in COVID. That was peak brain rot. Oh, fuck the AC stuff. Man, you guys might be able to hear me now. That's crazy. So yeah, it's 1, be an attractive female, 2, be a dick sucker, 3, ladder climber. Any other streamer that has success, you go, you talk to them, you get buddy, you chill in their chat, you hope to God you get a collab, you hope to God you get a raid, this, that, and the other. Jesus. Everybody's got to pretend to be everybody's friend, but then the moment any controversy happens, you will find out who your real friends are.
True. Oh my God. So true, man. I'm learning that real hard.
Very quickly. You will find out who still wants you on their stream. You will find out who wants to talk.
It actually hurts me so much when I have a friend and like I know that they're getting attacked over me. It's the worst. It's like whenever like just kind of innocent people get collateral because of people coming after me, it feels terrible. Like, it's the worst feeling, man. Like, it breaks my heart.
To you in the DMs, you will find out who is actually there for you, which one of your friendships, you know, are real and which one's not. And you'll learn that very quickly.
I've had people come after my friends, and it's not even just like one friend. I've had people come after like multiples of my friends, and I told my friends, like, listen, fucking disown me. I'll tell my friends, like, just disown me, man. Like, whatever. I don't give a shit. Just disown me. Like I don't want anyone to come after you, you know? Just disown me. And then some of my friends, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I wouldn't do that. But it's like part of me, like, I want them to, because I just, it breaks my heart seeing people go after them, you know? Like, I'd rather my friends just publicly disown me. I hate to see it.
Easy to play pretend. It's very easy to ladder climb. It's very easy to be fake as fuck. It's very easy to feign kindness towards somebody who holsters nothing but benefit to you. But the moment, and I mean the moment, that you are of a 1% detriment, a slight inconvenience, maybe an uncomfortable talk you have to have with your chat, you will toss these people to the wayside, and you will never look back, and you will never feel bad, because at the end of the day, all these fucking streamers, all these fucking content creators only give a fuck about one thing, and that's themselves.
You see these streamers
blow up, you have the ladder climbers, and you also have the ladder pullers. Those are great. You got a lot of those going on in the, not that a lot of my new audience cares, but one of the reasons why I fucking hate the fucking, I almost said a slur. I'm so glad I didn't say that.
Yo, what's up, Discordia? How you doing? Content creation is a cutthroat environment. Dude, I had a friend recently. I'm not gonna say who, but I had a friend recently who like messaged me. I like to think we're friends. I don't know if they consider me that, but there's somebody that I talk to every now and then. And it was this mean of me, guys. They said, Leaflit, Again, I'm not going to say who or anything. I'm not going to say any like kind of sketchy information, but they said, Leaflit, like, I'm thinking about doing some political stuff. What do you think? And I told them, are you ready for the entire world to come after you? I said, if you're not ready for that, then you're not ready to do this. If you're ready for like fucking everyone to betray you, like...
we're not, not the N-word. I wasn't going to say the super one. Yeah, the gay-ass Genshin community. There's so many people that succeed in that space. And I was the most successful Genshin Impact content creator of all time. And when I succeeded, like I have been doing for 6.5 years, I immediately made it a point to bring up as many other people with me as I could.
Hope you're built for mental endurance, dude. My mental endurance is running out. It's,
Because that's what I do. That's what I care about. I like growing other people's streams. That's why I work so heavily with Mythic Talent. So I like bringing money to creators. I like bringing success to creators. I like having people who I can cherish in this world, and I do. I have a lot of great friends. But trust me, for every friend that I've had, I've lost 20 or 30.
It's not really burnout. It's like my shields are low, real low. I need to recharge them.
And that's just a common thread of life. And that's something that you guys are going to realize. The friends that you have in elementary school, you're not going to have them in middle school. The friends you have in middle school, you're not going to have in high school. The friends that you have in high school, you're not going to have in college. The friends in college you might have for a foreseeable future, unless you guys move too far apart, and then you'll fade. You'll talk every now and then on DMs, but it'll fade. And it's the same thing with content creator friends and Discord friends. The moment you stop playing the same games, the moment you stop going to the same places, the moment it stops being convenient for these people, you will lose them. Now I'm very prideful, because I can count on more than two hands the amount of lifelong friends that I've had, real friends, people that are there no matter what, that are above the noise, who don't care, because that's how they get you. And that's my biggest weakness, is they get you because they care, and you will be weak if you care too much. Thankfully, I've already experienced the worst of it, I got people going after me for my fucking dad.
That's not a problem, is I care too much, I think. I'm not saying that as like a humble brag or anything. Like, what I mean is I'm too stupid, basically. Like, I care too much in the stupid way, where like I shouldn't care about stuff, and then I do care too much about it, and then it,
And don't get me wrong, guys. I understand what my dad did was bad. People are greatly exaggerating what he did just so they can take me down a peg. Brother, it doesn't do shit. You know what all that did? It got me to 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Go f*** yourself. Go suck my dick. You can sit there. You can have your fun. You can spread your misinformation. You can talk shit about me. You can talk shit about what my ex said. And did you hear what he did back in Arknights? Did you hear what he did back in Genshin Impact? Unfortunately for all these retards on the internet, we're moving towards a new era where people are actually getting this, doing a Google search. They're realizing that I have done nothing but tell the truth for 6.5 years. And that's why I get into so much shit. That's why so many motherfuckers hate me. I succeeded by telling the truth. And it's hard. It is. Because sometimes the truth doesn't make you look good. I succeeded while taking accountability for my actions. I succeeded for showing remorse when I fucked up. And I succeeded by apologizing to those I've wronged. That's not how content creation works. No, you gotta be a robot. In the political space, you can't ever talk about emotion. You can't ever cry. You can't ever get angry. You can't ever be loud. You gotta be calm. You gotta be like a robot. Any criticism that comes your way, you gotta deflect. You gotta change the narrative. You gotta attack arguments that don't exist and pretend that you're right. You can't own who you are. You just gotta be what the machine wants you to be. And that's all it ever is. Fucking harrowing how many content creators I'll watch on stream, and then I'll meet them off stream, and I'm just like, damn, you are just like not the same motherfucker at all.
I'm kind of like that, to be fair. I'm like a lot more quiet in person. I'm super quiet.
People who I care about.
I'm a lot more shy.
Nuxtaku's a real ass motherfucker, man. He's a great guy. And I don't even know if these people understand how much I actually care about him, because I will admit, I'm pretty bad at DMing. I am. And to be honest,
same.
I'm okay with that. I don't really need to talk to everybody every day.
It's hard to, man. Phone call. It's kind of hard to, like, it's not trying to. You get a lot of DMs. You get a lot of DMs, a lot of messages, and it's kind of hard to get to everybody. It really is, especially when you have other things to do, right? It's rough.
The occasional DM, but like, It is.
And then you have like some people where like if they message you and then you take a long time to get back to them, they get pissed off at you. But it's like
talking all the fucking time. People like Nux, man, just such fucking good people. People like Asmongold. You know, Nux is the fucking exact same on-stream, off-stream, which I love. Asmongold's a little bit different. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I've just been so fucking frustrated with content creation. Because obviously, I mean, you guys know, I've been a big fan of Asm for a long time. I've had the honor of being in the same org as him and doing a podcast with him. I respect that motherfucker so goddamn much, it's ridiculous. And he is a little bit different off-stream, he is. He's a lot more soft-spoken. He's a lot more, you know, a lot more, I don't know, a lot more human. When he goes live on stream.
It's like the larger you get, the more people demand your attention. Man, it gets to the point, Discordia, where you start trading time for money, right? That's why I hate bugging people in DMs. Yeah, me too. Sorry, by the way, Mad, that's my fault. I've been bugging Mad in DMs a lot. But it's kind of like you get to a point where you start thinking in terms of time, where like time becomes like the most valuable resource. And you start to consider, like, can I buy more time, right? So, like, I'll give you a good example. This is a true story. So you remember side scrollers? So, like, you know, my sleep schedule generally, it's like kind of like I'm not really awake at the time of side scrollers. Typically, I'm asleep, right? So when side scrollers happened, my alarm clock went off, and there was an hour. No, it was an hour. There was 90 minutes until like the podcast started. I literally wake up. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go get breakfast because like I want to eat breakfast so like I have like fuel in my body so that I can think, right? Because you know, being on a podcast, you have to like think about stuff, right? But I was so tired when I woke up. I was like, do I get breakfast or do I pay for an hour of time? Do I pay for an hour of sleep by paying somebody to bring me my breakfast? And I made the decision to pay somebody so I could sleep another hour. It's kind of like that, basically.
Hilarious. Love seeing that shit, but. It's crazy to see a guy get...
And it's not because, like, it's not that... I mean, you know, people are going to say, like, whatever, cope Leaflit, but it's not really because I'm lazy. Like, I actually am completely fine with, like, getting up, driving into town, and then, like, picking up my food. But it's going to take me, like, an hour because it takes me, like, 30 minutes just to get out of the woods. So it's like I have to consider, like, that, right, as a part of time. And it was like I could just sleep like another hour, right? Yeah.
So much shit. It's crazy to see a guy get so much shit while being one of the best.
Sometimes
people.
I skip breakfast. Like I couldn't. The problem is like I knew if I skipped breakfast, then I knew that I was gonna have trouble thinking, and it's like I need to be able to think to do my job, right? Honestly, I wish I had more work that was kind of menial. That sounds so comforting to me. Like I don't know, like organizing cards or something like that, or doing something that sounds kind of comforting.
But I know. Same thing with Emmy. Emmy gets so much shit. One of the best people I know. Nicholas Light gets so much shit. One of the best people I know. Shinya gets so much shit. One of the best people I know. I could keep going. And it's crazy how I have all these friends who are considered just rat fuck pieces of shit. And they're just such good, down-to-earth people. Donut Operator, the Unsubscribed podcast crew. I mean, holy fuck, these guys invite me. I'm not even trying to get emotional, but these guys invited me to spend fucking 4th of July with them off stream. Shit makes me so fucking happy, bro. I feel so blessed in this world. I know a lot of people see my journey through content creation. They say, holy fuck, how do you do it? I know this may not make sense to y'all, but I thrive on hatred. It's bad. It's bad.
That's honestly a really good trait. It's a really good trait to have. Well, I know this sounds bad, but it's a really good trait to have because it's rough. Like if you succumb to pressure, it's harder. You know, being able to be like, yeah, you know what, fucking give me all the hate. You know, like Trump, right? Like Trump is the same way. Like he's able to just be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like I'll get right in there, right in the middle. Don't care. Everyone come at me. Right? Like,
so many fucking things in this world that I fucking hate. You want to know why that is? Because there's so many things.
It drains me. I'm like the opposite. Like getting angry drains me out.
To be fucking hated. There is so much bad shit that happens every single fucking day. And you're considered toxic. You're considered negative if you just look at it and say, hey man, that's fucked up. Let's fix it. Everybody wants to ignore it. Let everybody else do the fucking dirty shit for them. Just like these privileged ass pussies see these soldiers on the front lines dying for them while damning the actions that they can take to keep their citizens safe, to keep the civilians safe. Oh, it's so bad. Bro, freedom is not free. You have to fight for this shit. And I don't want to see anybody casting judgment on anybody else who's fighting for our fucking freedom. Whether you agree or disagree with the means, you can go fuck yourself. It does suck that I don't like games as much as I used to anymore, but then again, I'm sure when a good game comes around, I'll enjoy it. But right now, the thing that I'm enjoying is called my life, which is great. It didn't always used to be this way. I've made a lot of fucking mistakes. I've picked I've had a lot of lady issues. I think I finally got a good one. I'm very happy every time I go off stream. I really enjoy spending my time with my girl. I enjoy a lot of time spending with my dog and my kitties. I never thought my life would be this way. I never thought I could actually find happiness again. Like this much for this long. I always live my life thinking, how long is it gonna last this time? I don't see any red flags.
True.
I don't see it.
That's a red flag, though. Saying you don't see any red flags is also a red flag.
Before I used to see it, I said, man, this one's so pretty, but man, she...
Is it weird that, I always think of a friend? This is gonna sound fucked up, but if I have a friend and something is kind of wrong with them, it's a little bit comforting to me. Is that weird? It's like, I'll take the problem I know versus the problem I don't know. I don't know, that's how I feel about it.
It's fucking nuts. When's it gonna go wrong? Or, this one's got big jugs, but my God, I fucking hate this bitch.
That being said, I have a bad track record, Chad. My track record is very bad. So maybe don't take advice from me. When it comes to friends, don't take advice from me.
Oh, shit. I had another one. That was actually pretty good. I'll just say her, Elena. Elena was a great girlfriend. That was way back in the day. That was back in college. She was great, but I mean this generally. She was way too aggressive sexually. She was fucking me way harder than I fucked her, and I was like, damn, I can't handle this. I never really liked sex until 31 this year. Yet they call me a sex pest. Yeah, Jesus. It is insane, man. The truth doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't. It's like the court. Truth doesn't matter. Only matters what you can prove. And on the internet, the truth doesn't matter. It only matters what you can get people to believe. I think
it's true, actually.
How little people go.
It's actually crazy how true that is. That the internet is kind of different. Where it's about what you can convince people of, right?
They go, well, Hasan said this, and I really want Hasan to eat my asshole, so I'll go ahead and believe this. Well, Denims said this, and she's at least a 6 out of 10. I've never seen a woman before, so I'm going to watch her forever. I believe what she says. Good Lord, that whole Hasan clique is fucking disgusting. We are in the day and age where we have actual fucking supervillains, right? Actual supervillains harassing people's real life, their family, their children, their parents, their grandparents, their dead relatives. They're calling people criminals. They're giving them false allegations. They're doing false accusations. And because people align with them politically or are left-leaning, they say, these are the good guys. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. I feel so bad for the children of today's day and age, because it's going to be a mess, guys. It's only going to get worse. You got these fucking freak shows on Twitter saying, yeah, they're 8 years old. Yeah, they're old enough to chop their dicks off and inject HRT. Yeah, go ahead. What the fuck? When I was a kid, I thought I could fly.
This is one that this is one I talk about, and I get called transphobic for. But I think my logic is very sound. Is that basically either kids can make the decision, life-altering decisions for themselves, or they can't. And the reason why you can't, the reason why adults can't have sex with kids is because of that reason. That's the very reason that we do that, is because they don't understand, they have no, they're too young to have the understanding of life-altering decisions, and that's the reason why that exists. So saying that they can for other things doesn't make any sense, right? And I haven't ever heard somebody make the argument that both should be okay, right? But they're both the same, sort of, in terms of the effect, right? So that's why. But if again, I don't think that has anything to do and this is the problem. This happens a lot, where if you don't agree with them on literally everything, if you're not 100% in agreement, then you're literally like the most hateful person. Like you're literally the worst, literally Hitler, because you don't have a 100% agreement. Even though I'm okay with other things, it doesn't matter, right?
Very glad my parents didn't push me off a building because I believed it so fucking hard. These are life-altering decisions that should not be made at 8 to 12 years old. I also feel so bad for gay people because, my God, there is no one on this earth who makes gay people look worse than gay people. What the fuck are these pride parades? You're gay, so you gotta
Oh my God, dude, he's going off. Dude, Tectone is going off. How mad were people at this? This is my first time seeing this. Like, dude, people must have been so mad at this video.
Naked with your dicks out in front of the kids.
True.
What the fuck?
That's exactly how I feel.
Lazy ass parents.
Like that's how I feel about it too. Like I I would feel the same about straight people doing the same thing, right? Like if there were like straight, like, this is why it's not really homophobic. Like if straight people did the same thing, like walked around like like they had a parade where they had like their dicks out and stuff and there was kids around, I'd feel the same way. Has nothing to do with like people being gay or not or trans or anything like that. I'd feel the same thing regardless, right?
On Coco Melon, call it a day.
It's not about gay, it's about degeneracy. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about it too. It's about degeneracy.
He's by this gay ass shit on the internet. Believe in everything.
Like if people want to be like degenerate, like in their house, in private, I'm fine with that. Like I have no problem with that. But like it's a different story when you're doing it in public and in front of kids. That's it. I don't think it's an unreasonable take, but for some reason it's like considered that way.
I see on Fortnite and Minecraft and fucking Gaia Online. That's a dated reference. That's just probably dead.
Gaia Online. I still didn't understand Gaia. It was like some kind of role play site and you could like buy stuff for your avatar. I still don't understand. I've never understood Gaia, even back in the day.
Fucking pets for clout, not even raising them, treating cats like fucking furniture rather than friends. It's just depressing, man. It's rare seeing people treat each other like humans or even creatures like, their friends. They just treat them like objects.
He's going off, man. Tectone's going off. He's mad. He's doing like the full rant, the full don't give a fuck anymore rant. This is great.
And the worst thing is everybody who's trying to advocate for better treatment of each other.
It's cathartic, isn't it? So it's a little cathartic. Like I'm kind of experiencing that through Tectone right now.
Who are trying to go against the bad guys? Well, congratulations. They're the bad guys because people have no media literacy. If you're right-leaning, if you're conservative, you're a Nazi.
That's me.
Jesus. Everybody's a rapist. Everybody's a pedophile. Everybody's a transphobe. Everybody's a homophobe.
True.
Everybody's an abuser. Everybody's a manipulator. Mm-hmm. Just because you have a disagreement of opinions.
All right, let's see which ones I got to hit on. All right, here we go. Let's take points.
If you're right-leaning, if you're
okay, one.
Conservative, you're a Nazi.
Yup, that one, Nazi, yup.
Jesus. Everybody's a rapist. Everybody's a pedophile.
Never got those two.
Everybody's a transphobe. Everybody's a homophobe.
Got that one.
Everybody's an abuser. Everybody's a manipulator.
I got that one too, actually. 4, 5. Okay. Yeah. I got 5. 5 out of 7.
Just because you have a disagreement of opinions. Good God. I'm getting eaten alive by the fucking mosquitoes out here, by the way.
Yeah, it's bad.
I feel like I have a lot of freedom.
It's bad right now in summer, man. Holy fuck.
I'm free from all the shackles that used to bind me. OTK was great being a part of, but it was so good getting out of it as well. It was.
His neighbor in the back is like taking down the laundry while he's ranting in his yard.
I hate when my actions affect others because there's some people who are weaker, and it's fine to be weak, who can't handle it, and I'm glad I don't have to worry about them anymore. I know you're seeing me call out a lot of content creators, but I hope you guys understand the difference between my channel, and I want you, if you're here, I want you to leave a comment based on this. Mm-hmm. I want you to really understand the difference between my channel and a normal drama channel, because people will call out drama because of views and clicks, and don't get me wrong, do I want more views? Sure, why the fuck not? Wanna know why? Because I know it drives the haters fucking crazy. But I'm not calling these people out because it's my job. I'm doing it because if you look at the people who I'm calling out, they're doing horrific ass shit. Horrific things. Look at my track record of the people I've called out. Atsu, making a fake suicide document to take down his enemies and his friends. Hasan, Do I need to say more? Denims. Do I need to say more? Frogan. Do I need to say more? Mike from PA. Do I need to say more? You've all heard this 1,000 times. The horrific fucking people who are accusing people of crimes, going after people's dead relatives, spreading as much misinformation to blind the masses. Ludwig getting one of his friends to near fatal levels of alcohol poisoning.
This is the recent thing, right? This is the thing with where Ludwig had a party. I don't know like the whole story behind it, but I heard about it like through the grapevine, but like I didn't actually look at anything on it. Yeah.
Ruining his entire life and then skirting all accountability and not lending out a hand to help a guy who is one of the sole reasons why he's still successful in this space.
So correct me if I'm wrong. This is what I heard. I heard that everybody encouraged this guy to get like super drunk, and he was so fucking wasted that he was basically humping everything. And then like he basically did that to a girl, and then he got canceled, and then everybody like basically bust him.
I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. People always say with friends like Ludwig, who needs enemies? Bro, that's everybody. So many people are like that.
He got to a 0.32 BAC. I don't even know if that's a lot. I don't really drink that much, to be honest.
I don't even like mango. I don't even fucking know the guy.
Guys, you want to know what happened the one time I drank a little too much? Okay, one time I was in Sapporo in Japan, which is a city in Hokkaido, and I went to the Sapporo beer brewery. And I was like, oh, you know, I'm at the beer brewery. I might as well try their beer. So I bought a flight, like a tasting set of alcohol, and I drank it. And then I woke up later in my room, and my mom said that I thought I was a cat, and she had to get me a taxi.
But you see these parties, you see everybody having fun. Mango was in a house with so many people, 80 other streamers, and not a single one of them was a friend. Anybody in that house should have seen that he was fucked up and he needed to be taken out. They could have said something, they could have done something, they did nothing. They did nothing. And yeah, he's retarded, but my God, would it have killed somebody to fucking do anything? I'm glad we have people like Sensitive Society and More Pegasus, WestJet, fucking piece of shit, calling me a Genshin player. I'll kill you. Fucking piece of shit. To call out the bad actors, but they get labeled as slop tubers because, man, they really hate when people talk about the truth, don't they? They really hate it. They hate it, bro. The world hates the truth. They fucking hate it.
I get called that too.
Have I been wrong about some things? Absolutely.
Everybody has. Everybody's been wrong on things. Everyone's done things that they regret. I don't believe in like a world where everything has to be pure.
Absolutely. But I always try my best. It's a big ass bug. I always try my best to be as transparent, as honest, as truthful as I possibly can. I might have messed up. I might have spoke on some things in the past where I didn't have the full context. I mean, shit, I didn't even know what my own dad did until recently. I had to find out about that shit from Hasan. Although, again, he greatly exaggerated it. Greatly exaggerated.
I actually don't know what happened with Tectone's dad, but here's the thing. Why does it matter? Like, Tectone's his own person, but why go after him by citing his family? That I don't understand that. Like, I don't know.
But I'm glad I'm in this era where I've broken the illusion of the internet, and now I've approached everything with skepticism. I watched a couple videos on that stoicism shit. Jesus.
It's genetic fallacy shaming. Oof. I don't think that's the game they want to play. Uh-oh.
Holy, that thing is huge. That's the biggest bug I've ever seen in my whole life.
I had one of those recently. It was like a dragonfly, and it was like the size of a bird. And it was like in our garage, and it was bouncing around.
That thing gonna pick me up and fucking fly away. Gonna bring me back to the nest. There's a lot of things I wanted to say. I probably didn't say all of them. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I woke up this morning, I didn't feel too good, so I took the day off. And I also really wanted to spend the day with my girlfriend and my dog. I'll be real. I'm trying very hard to spend time with the people and the things that I care about the most in this world. I probably could have streamed, but I really wanted to chill with my girl and my dog. I spent about an hour and a half today building a mono green, it's called Shroofus.
What?
Shroofus deck for my girl.
For Magic?
$500.
For Commander?
Jesus.
What?
But
$500? Man,
I love playing Magic the Gathering. It's so good.
what a good boyfriend. Fucking $500 deck? Casual, like, I'm gonna build you a $500 deck? That's crazy. What the hell?
But I do feel very bad.
The
for
legend.
A lot of people who watch my videos, not because my videos are that bad, and they are bad, but not that reason. But the world is it's not easy. It's not. I know a lot of people who watch me, who watch content creators in general, unemployed, working minimum wage jobs, and they probably live lives they don't enjoy, and they use these videos as an escape. And I think about it every day. I think about how hard you guys have it. I think about how difficult the world is. I think about how much bullshit you guys got to deal with, and I'm not gonna lie, it fucks me up. I'm a pretty emotional guy. I'm not gonna lie, and I know it does, I know it's not good to be an emotional guy in the content creator space, but I developed empathy at 3 years old. I just hope everybody watching this video, if you're experiencing a hard time, you gotta fight. You can't give up. You can't let these people hurt you. You can't let them get to you. You can't let them slow you down.
You want to know something about that? I'm actually not a fan of empathy myself. I'm not. I feel like it clouds decision making for stuff.
Where that's a shitty fucking friend that stabbed you in the back. And trust me, I know all about that. But I'd question for you guys to name a single person who I've ever stabbed in the back. I don't do that. Nope. I even go so far as to defend my enemies. There's some people currently who I go in on. They're like, I wonder why he says this, even though that person did this. I could ruin these people's fucking lives. But I just choose not to. Sometimes it's just I'm just trying to let go. And maybe I'm making a mistake. Maybe I should hold these people accountable. I don't know. I hope you guys can continue to fight every day and keep your head up high and know that hard work is how you're gonna find a place of salvation. It's how you're gonna find your Vinland Saga. Great anime, by the way, you should watch. And where you will find your peace, because you cannot achieve anything worth attaining or anything covetous in this world without hard work. So keep that shit up.
Yep.
I know it's hard right now, but you gotta keep pushing. You do. You do. And I know that may sound corny. That same advice from one of my favorite content creators. His name is Etika. He said some pretty motivational shit about myself, or about himself. Motivational shit about his life and how things are hard. And that gave me the strength to keep fighting.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you know, he didn't have that same strength. But I do every now and then try to talk about some of the morals, some of the values, some of the content that some of my favorite creators, some of my favorite singers, Chris Cornell, Reckful, Etika, preach, because I don't believe you've truly done.
Yeah, same. Like like a special week, gold ship. Yeah, same, man, same.
Until people forget about you. And to those people, they meant so much to me. I don't really want to let their memory die. A lot of the people who I looked up to the most in this world have committed suicide.
Why is everyone saluting? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I've heard the name before. I believe the YouTuber he's talking about. He committed suicide. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that when that happened.
And I think that's so sad, because some of the most beautiful people on this earth.
Because people harassed him nonstop online. Yeah.
You know? The brightest stars burn out the quickest.
It's really rough, man. Like, I know, like, you might think, sorry, and I'm gonna explain things a little bit here. And you might think that it's kind of whatever. Like, oh, like, some people made fun of you online. Like, who cares? Like, you know, that happens to everybody, right? It is true. It is true that everybody does experience this kind of thing. Like, who hasn't played a game of CSGO and had a person rage out on you, you know, like, or whatever game of your choice, you know, pick your poison. Everyone's had a case like that, right? But it's a thing of, it's a issue of magnitude. It's an issue of magnitude. Like, when you're kind of making videos and, like, you know, I'm not gonna, like, I'm always hesitant to, like, talk about this kind of stuff, because it's like, don't get me wrong, like, my job is great. Like, it's really, like, I'm grateful every day for it. Like, I can work on games. I can talk about, you know, what I like. I can, you know, we'll watch videos together, and I get to spend time with you guys, and it's great. I'm not complaining about, I'm not saying that it's terrible, but there's bad parts to every job. And this aspect of the job is it is beyond a level than you could possibly comprehend. Like even me, like I considered myself like pretty tough in terms of like dealing with people, but like the level at which people will come after you and the avenues that they'll take to do so are like diabolical. Kind of like what Tectone was talking about. It's absolutely diabolical. Like evil to levels that you can't even begin to comprehend. And it's like it's incomprehensible levels. Like I can't even like parse it in my mind. Like so like when you have people and they deal with this, but then they're not some people have trouble caring less, right? And I'd say I'm about medium. I'm saying I'm about medium in this regard. But some people have really low resistance to it, so I can totally see why if he was being, talking about the YouTuber Eka, if he was being harassed like all the time, I can totally see it. Like why if you I guess the word would be like you're kind of a kinder person, it'd be really, really hard to like to deal with it, right? And like these people, they'll do anything that they can to hurt you, whether that's, going after your friends, right? You see this all the time, right? Where if they come after a content creator who doesn't have the opinions that they agree with, and the content creator doesn't care, they'll start going after their friends. And then next they're going after their family. And next they're like it escalates, right? It just keeps going. And yeah, it's I can totally see like how that could happen to somebody from this. And I'm gonna tell you right now, like I didn't think that it could possibly get that bad. That's why Asmin left OTK. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. But I didn't think it could possibly get that bad. Just like myself, like going into this, like I'm telling you, like from the position that you're sitting at, chat, when I was there, there's no way I could have possibly imagined that it could affect a person to such a degree. But like I've seen beyond the door, like I've seen it. I've seen like the just absolute level of evil. Like I've seen it, and it's crazy. Like it's something else basically. And yeah, I can see it now. Like now it makes sense to me. Back then I didn't understand. I always thought like, oh, like when that happened to Eka, I was like, he got bullied online and like that's bad, but everybody gets bullied. I thought that same thing. Like what could have possibly happened, because everybody gets bullied, but you really deal with like some crazy levels of it. And it's just like something that you're going to deal with, especially if like you say things that people disagree with. Like here's the best way to explain it. If they call you a Nazi off the bat, like, can we admit that like Nazis are considered like the worst, right? Like that's like basically like whenever people say Nazi, they refer to like literally the worst people, right? If they call you a Nazi off the bat, then where is there to go beyond that? You're literally not a person, right? At that point, like you're persona non grata, right? They could do whatever they want to you. So think of it that way. They can justify anything, right? And that's kind of the irony. The irony is that's what the Nazis did. That's how they justified what they did, is by saying these are not people. So whatever we do doesn't matter to them because they're of the same tier as like an animal, right? And that's kind of what they did. So the irony is that by doing that, they're literally doing the exact same thing that the Nazis did, which is comedic in a dark way.
Fucked up. I wish I could have met him. I wish I could have said something to him. I'm so fucked up. I think, well, maybe if I knew him, that wouldn't have happened. It sucks because Wreckful passed before I ever got a chance to meet him, even though we would have lived in the same town. And trust me, I get it. Knowing the Austin scene right now, that's enough to make anybody crazy. I don't know. It's just fucked up thoughts I have sometimes.
Austin's the one place in Texas I don't want to live.
I can't tell you how nice it is and how life-changing it is to have one good friend that always has your back. But in a space paraded by some of the fakest motherfuckers. Man,
you know how like we're getting, I told you guys that Angel Sword is getting a new VTuber soon? I told you guys that, right? I had a talk with them the other day, and I told them like, hey, listen, people are gonna come after you because of me. This was like, man, this was heartbreaking. I said, people are gonna come after you because of me. So I want to tell you right now, you can back out. I said, no hard feelings. I know we spent a lot of money. No hard feelings. If you want to back out right now, like, it's fine. And they said that They said something along the lines of that would mean I would have to say that would mean I would have to denounce everything about you, and I would never do that. So why would I want to stop? And I was like, damn.
On this earth, sometimes
I have like so many friends. I have so many friends that are like left of center, and they just get bombarded because of me. It's so fucked up. Like, I feel terrible.
It just disgusts me. Some people got no way to shit talk someone adequately.
When she comes out, please support her. She's a good friend.
So they'll just make shit up. Because the moment you get enough people to believe it.
Julio says, imagine feeling terrible for something that's not your fault. Can you really not imagine that? Like, can you really not imagine, like, your friends are getting, like, attacked because of you, and then you're like, you can't imagine feeling bad in that circumstance? I don't know. I'm just real question.
Now it's the truth.
Like, man, dude, I'm getting like so emotional. I fucking hate it. I don't like getting emotional on stream. But I talked to my mom over dinner, and I was like really sad. And I told my mom, like, I told her, like, man, like, I was like, I feel like people would have so much less to worry about if I didn't exist. Like, I told my mom that. It's like so many people, like, you know, my family and my friends, they'd have a lot less to worry about. And it's fucking painful, dude. Like, it really is. There's just so many fucking freaks, dude. There's so many freaks, and it pisses me off so much. Thanks for the bits, Ragnar. Thank you.
I want to remind you guys,
the fucking worst,
that the best revenge to the people who've wronged you is to live a good life. So do that. Find that. Find happiness. Push through all the bullshit. Find your happiness. And that will destroy everybody who's attempted to destroy you. I'm probably rambling at this point, but I didn't get to stream today, so I kind of just wanted to yap. I miss you guys. Appreciate the subs and the channel. Make sure to follow me over on Kick. Probably still not going to stream on Twitch. We'll see what happens when I get unbanned. Love you guys. Take care of yourself. God bless you. Leave a comment if you don't mind on this video. Just tell me how you are. I'd love to hear about it. I'm going to be scrolling through these comments over the next 24 hours, so if you're here, feel free to do that. And yeah, that's it. Man, I'll link you guys the video. I'm not gonna lie, like, that was, like, for me in particular, like, that was pretty, like, he said what I can't. Does that make sense? Like, it was nice hearing it from someone else. Like, it's hard for me to say stuff like that. And it was great, you know? All right, I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna leave a comment on this video. And maybe you guys should comment too, you know? Give the video a thumbs up and maybe give a comment on, like, how you felt about it.